The stream is live. Rejoice.
We are betraying the principles upon which the Federation was founded.
Welcome, Swarm, to the
It's an attack
dream
upon its
where
very
pixel
soul.
flicker and the chattel feed. Though you fluttered off, your presence remains. In whispers of wings
Welcome
that
back.
echo the game.
A swarm of dead
Here in
insects.
Majenko space we unite, to laugh and cheer through day and night. So the bars of you will visit of Dan, here at the family. That's the jam.
Adverts are now playing. Thanks for enduring the adverts.
She's in the zone, tapping away. She's got her own throne, buzzing keyboards, wires go. Welcome to my
Welcome back, Chloe Repu.
Click, click, click. She's ready to strike. Dancing on streams, cutie like raccoon power, shining bright. Second tunes. All through the night. Sound
Is in the house, pump it up, get loud, loud, dance until the lights go out, feel the beat,
Welcome back, Carrot House 82.
no doubt. Let's go, let's show the love we grow, turn it up, party on till we blow, get down, get wild, lose all control, Carrot Juice brings the heat, let's steal the show.
Hello, it's me. Hello. Oh, yes, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's... What day are we on today? I've lost track already. It's Tuesday now, isn't it? Yeah, it's Tuesday today. Happy Tuesday. What a great start to the stream. Hello Swarm, hello Chloe, hello Carrot House. Yes, the bot actually got the ID of the adverts correct for once. I don't know why. Must be a hangover from yesterday. Still got a little bit of yesterday's call them adverts still in his memory. Hello MB, welcome. Hello Australia. I'm reaching out around the world. Oh, nice, nice. MB, nothing. We're going to have to correct that. Hangover? Oh, he doesn't drink. He inhales. Oh, he mainlines, I think. MB, what do you actually prefer to be called? Because I can tell the bot to call you something instead of just MB. We are very diverse and geographically. I can't even say the bloody word. Geographically diverse. MJ, just MJ. Okay. So if I go Majenko bot pronounce
MJ.
and I shall also add an exclamation mark version because he
MJ.
likes to do it like that. There we go, he'll now call you MJ from now on.
Back. Majenko Tech.
Well, thank you very much, bot. Right, we're carrying on with the plugin today. Isn't it past your bedtime anyway, MJ? There might be somebody from India, who knows? It's better than what the bot calls some of us, yes, this is true. Where are we? HDMI, is that going to work or not? Or we got the wrong one? Oh, it's on the wrong one now, isn't it? Oh no, it is on there. Okay. It couldn't make up its mind where it was going to be. Where are we? Let's just log in. You're sick at the moment, insomnia is killing you. Oh God. We'll keep you company during the long nights then. Okay. There we go, we can read that. That's maybe a bit too big. 94 by 25, that'll do us. Okay, where had we got to? Fiddling with the graphics and sorting out the text formatting. Now what I've done, just quickly before the stream, is, there we go, I've taken a, hey, switch gear, thanks to the resub, or the sub, whichever it was. Is the bot going to say anything? He should do.
Switchgear HV.
I have taken a photo of the display as a reference so you can see exactly what needs to go where. Because when you first turn the DMM on, it just flashes everything up briefly. So I quickly snapped a picture. So that's what we have to replicate. So I shall keep that on my screen here as a reference. And go back to there. So the first thing I want to do is plug my keyboard into my laptop. Okay. The first thing I want to do is basically recreate that screen in its entirety. just as a not a static image, but in GD, and then I can take that and turn bits on and off as I need. So this is in drawing, and we've got a Cobb back. Hey, welcome back, Cobb.
Parents says Fuzzy but has subscribed and says
21 months. Good God, what have I been doing with my life?
Quite. What have I been doing with my life, more to the point? How's the Cobmeister doing then? We've been lurking the past few streams, eh? Right, I'm going to make a new function. We have missed your
Thanks for the sub.
flatulence. Calo is doing her best to fill in the gap, but we have missed yours. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. A bit tired, but not too bad. Right, so I might make a new function which returns an image and is called you haven't redeemed farts in months now. Yeah, we missed them. Chloe's just aren't the same. They haven't got the same pungency. This is not the shadow image. This isn't the main image. This is the... What's the word I'm looking for? You actually have some channel points now. Excellent. This is the image of the crystals that aren't activated. Not the background. It's not the canvas. It's when the crystals aren't showing. There is a faint shadow of them, but it's not the shadow. The shadow is a separate thing. This is, and I've got it named as the hint at the moment. It's not really a hint. There's just a hint of crystal there. Imprint. Imprint would do, actually. I think, yeah, that might work. Not really outline. It's ghost. Ghost. Ghost image. That's what I want. Ghost. Alright, so we create a new image. Then we... not calling it Ben. I'm calling it the ghost image. Now we need to fill it with everything. Half of these things on this image, I have no clue what they are. GD image point at Casper the Friendly Ghost. Steve, it's a pretty name. Oh, keyboard's on the wrong computer at the moment. I need another keyboard. I'm trying to interact with my main computer here, and it's on the wrong computer. So yeah, half these things on here, I've no idea what they are. I don't know what this one in the corner is here. It looks like a scale kind of thing. Like a speedo. DC and AC are fine. That's the hold symbol. I don't know what this EF in a triangle is. Diode mode, continuity mode, relative mode, micro, milli, volts and amps. That's fine. Flat battery. We don't get that information. Have I ever heard of an open source tool? Barrier, yes. Barrier doesn't work with Wayland, but there is a fork of it called Input Leap, which I use, but for some reason it completely and utterly screws my keyboard over. I mean, if I go, I've not got it actually loaded, but I have it installed and configured. Let's put the IP in here and start. That should allow it to then work. Yeah, that's working now, which is good because I can get my mouse across. But what happens is, I mean, it appears to work fine at first glance. If I try and do a greater than, I get an X. If I do a less than, I get a capital Z. If I try and do an open curly bracket, which I have to do a lot in C, I get an ampersand. The key map is completely and utterly screwed up. So it's not happy. I don't know why it's doing that. It's just, yeah, it's odd. I have used it extensively in the past. It's just suddenly today, well, not today, but on this specific arrangement, it's decided, nope, screw you. I'm not going to do it. So I'm having to manually move my keyboard around it because I hate typing on the laptop's keyboard. It's a horrible, horrible keyboard. KDE Connect, yeah, I know I use that between my phone and my computer for remote controlling the computer, but again, with Wayland, it's iffy. So, in fact, I have KDE Connect on here. But it's on there, it's connected and everything, but I say I mostly use it for my phone for transferring files and things. So yeah, Wayland gets in the way of a lot of things. That's why it's called Wayland, because it gets in the Wayland. Gets in the Wayland of every bloody thing. There's nothing wrong with X, with X11. Nothing whatsoever wrong with it. They've had to invent something new to replace it just because. So, yeah. Maybe it's pissed off its computer. It doesn't get pissed off. Doesn't get happy. Doesn't get sad. It just runs programs. I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on any day. X11 is the second worst windowing system in the world. Yep. Just all the others tied for first. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Although X isn't a windowing system as such. Well, kind of. It's a display. It's a display server. And yeah, I suppose it does do Windows. It doesn't do window management though. That's all down to the window manager. Short Circuit, excellent film. Yes. We love number 5. Right, so what am I doing here? I was looking at these images. Where are we? Back to the desktop. So diode mode, continuity, yeah. Battery, we don't get that information, so I'm not going to bother with that. The numbers are fine. All the different units. That symbol there means it's connected to the computer. However, it doesn't know whether it's connected to the computer or not, and so that symbol is just always on regardless. Escape, Teddy Robot fights for his life, film 11. Automatic ranging, manual ranging, yeah, we get those. Min-max stuff, we don't get that given to us, and we don't get the auto-ranging scale thing there, so I'm not going to do that. But what I probably will do is actually stretch it down a bit further, and instead of having this scale, I'll actually build a little bar graph. You wish you had more bacon. Well, that's life. You can never have too much bacon. Unfortunately, I can't give you bacon. So I'm not going to do this one because I don't know what it is. The EF I'm not going to bother with. The battery I'm not going to bother with. That symbol there I'm not going to bother with. These ones in the corner here I'm not going to bother with, and this is going to get replaced with something else. Could I derive the scale from the input? Possibly. Possibly. It's, yeah. Because that's basically the same as the number within the scale. So it's, yeah, I could possibly, but I think I'm going to replace that with a history graph instead, which will be far more useful because that's completely and utterly pointless. So right, so what I'm going to need, and that's easy enough to do, diode and the little sideways Wi-Fi logo. Ideally, I want to find those in a font. If somebody can find a true type font that's with a loose enough licensing that has a diode symbol and a basically a Wi-Fi symbol on its side. Side doesn't matter, I can rotate. That is for the continuity, yes. But it's the same logo. As Wi-Fi, you see? Put it on its side, it's Wi-Fi. Kind of. Close enough, anyway. So I want a font. There's one called diode. It doesn't have diodes. It's called diode. No, thank you. Close enough for government work, yep. Electrical symbols font might, yeah. I mean, I could just draw a diode. There's one there for 10 quid. No. It's got to be something which I can include in the repo. So it's got to be free.
Ads are starting.
It has diodes, but God, they're awful. That's shite. And that is just horrible. So no. No. The thing with most fonts is it's hard to find fonts that aren't just a font named after something like electronics. Electric fonts, no. I mean, it's not hard to draw a diode.
Thanks for enduring the tech news.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to find a good one. Certainly not for free. So I'll just draw it.
Into the technical depths tonight.
Right, so we shall start off with copying these. Hang on, let's go to the right screen, shall we? There we go. Chloe font. Very nice. Very nice. I don't have Charm App installed on here, do I? There it is. No, there's no diode. Unfortunate. So these don't want to be 8888, they want to be 8.8.8.8.8. Okay, let's take this and comment out all this crap for the moment. Actually, I'm not going to return an image. I'm going to pass an image. Then I shall go ghost image LCD, comma, and I shall actually do it in LCD text color for the moment. These aren't used at the moment. Clean those up. And I don't want that anymore. Okay. And we get a minus. That's all we get, just a hyphen. Because I know exactly why this is. We didn't export our GD font path, did we? Right, so that's what we've got at the moment. I'm not actually happy with that. That font is wrong. I think I want instead bold italic. Didn't find it. Of course, it's needs copying into my fonts folder, doesn't it? I need to sort out this fonts problem with GD. I need to export not that, but that. Nope, still hasn't found it. Because I've not exported what I need. I need DSEG 7 Classic. There we go, that's better. A slightly more chunky font. Right, so we've got, compared to that, the DCAC it's in a good position. The whole thing is too narrow though, and that minus is in the wrong place as well. I'm chunky like a Yorkie. Oh, I've not had a Yorkie for years. Right, so I need to change this here from 240. Let's go for 300. It's getting there. It is getting there. That's maybe a bit too much, that actually. I've not got that much to fit in. So let's go 280. That looks better. Actually, what I'm thinking, I might do this, the coordinates for this in a slightly different way. Let's go to 80. I'd rather have a 386, absolutely. What I might do is have a scale of, actually no, I don't need a scale. What I want to do is to take the width as 100% and then have everything else relative to that width. So if I change the width and the height, everything else should stretch out proportionally. So the X and the Y would be let's take the DC for as an example. 0.1 times the width. Let's see where that ends up. Okay. If I set that to 0.5, that would be good. 0.05. So the full width is 1. And the full, I want to do the full height as 1 as well, don't I? So multiply all the widths, all the X values by width and all the height values by Y. This is going to be in the wrong place again now. It's too high up because the height isn't the same as the width. So if I set DC now to be at 0.1 height, with the bold font, the slight random flicker is visible through the stream. Excellent. I could slow that down. In fact, I want to change how it does the flicker, actually. So it's, rather than it just flickering every frame, I wanted to pick a random value, and if it's above a threshold, then change the brightness to a random value. So it flickers randomly to a random value, not just setting the random value. but that comes later. Right. So now I need the width to be the defining factor for the size of the fonts. So let's try 0.1 for the font size for that. Nope. A little big. .01. A little small. Not too bad. 0.04 maybe. Not bad. Maybe a little bit smaller. 0.3. Mm, 0.35. Split the difference. Fuck it and see, yeah. I like that. So then we'll do the same for AC. Same font size. X needs to go up a little bit. The Y stays the same. .09. A bit more. Let's try 1.2. Oops. There we go. Spot on. I'm happy with the positioning of that. Okay, next we've got a big bold H. I might just replace that. Yeah, I should. I was thinking I might just replace it with a big bold H. But I should really do it properly. Because it's inverted. I can easily do a rectangle. Then I need to punch through the H into it. SVG. Can I do SVG and GD? I don't think I can. No. There is no SVG support in GD. I'm not surprised. It's purely raster, no vector at all. I can do GD image filled polygon. Which takes an image, a pointer, an N for the number of points I assume, and a C for the colour. Filled polygon sounds like a math department making donuts. Yeah, indeed. How hard to compile my own true type font? Not that hard, really. All I need is Font Forge. I don't know how you use this. I have absolutely no clue what this is. And you can't see it either, can you? There, this is Font Forge. I have no idea how you use it. Hey, RF.
Heute Abend ist was los, RF-Programme. Du bist der Gast in unserer Gaudi der Hose. Stolz und grandios. Willkommen hier zum Margenkurs.
Welcome back, RF program. Time to bust out the Bavarian folk music.
Die Freundschaft bleibt unser Kampagnen. Gorbet Wiener Sonne. Sich dem Sommerfrost.
I can draw squiggles. I don't want to draw squiggles.
Advertisements are now playing.
Cut splines in two, measure distance. There we go, done it.
Thanks for enduring the ads, everyone.
Right, there's a rectangle tool here. That's not a rectangle anymore. Where's my mouse gone? There it is. I don't know how we get it to be a filled one. SVG, yes, we can. That might be easier. I haven't got Inkscape installed on here. Stretch a letter in Inkscape and import that, yeah. Right, I need better mouse control now for this. As in a real mouse. Let's plug that in. That's better. Okay, Inkscape. So I want a H. And where are we? They've moved stuff around in this since I last used it. Ah, here we go. They've hidden it in a drop down. No, where is it? It can't seem to do it that anyway. Object. There we go. Object to path, that's what I wanted. And a black square around it. They changed the keyboard shortcut for that. Oh, is it page down now, isn't it? There we go. Right, so now I want no, wrong way around. No. I can't remember how to mask it now. Cut it out. No, that clip doesn't do it. I mean, Mac OS itself, I don't mind the OS. It's a well-refined, well-thought-out, mostly, interface. It's a lot better than Windows, certainly. It's their insistence that nobody has more than one finger that annoys me. The default thought that our users can only use one finger. Mice have 3 buttons at least, if not 5, not 1. So if you want to do the equivalent of right-click on something, you go, which button do I have to press to... Yeah, I find that aspect of it quite annoying. Let's just put that in grey for the moment. So I want to cut this out from here. I want to basically mask it. Oh, I know, yeah, but no Mac user has one.
Welcome back, Sleepy Developer.
Hello, Sleepy, by the way. No actual Mac user has a 2-button mouse. Intersection. There's mask and there's clip. They're both paths now anyway. It should be set clip. But it just always clips that, whichever way I select. Set mask. Just does that. He stopped having mice way before he started having a Mac as a main desktop yet. For the past week, I've been using a trackball, an old Kensington trackball, as my daily driver mouse, and I love it. I actually prefer it to a mouse for general usage, but for anything like this, a mouse is far superior. Let's create. That's whereas they've hidden all the snapping stuff as well, haven't they? Let's create a new path. Pen tool. Let's create a new path that follows this like so. Then I shall come out above it like that and go across, round, like that, to there, and then back down to there.
It seems like everyone's suddenly become an Inkscape expert. Maybe Majenko should start a font making stream.
That's what I'm doing. And that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Not sure why that didn't work. Let's try it this way. So we do that. Move that out of the way. That's our basic kind of rough shape. Needs a lot of refining, of course. Let's turn on snap to absolutely every bloody thing that it can. I mean, that's not too bad. Not too bad. Make it the right colour. Maybe I'll just move these down a fraction and up a fraction to give it a bit more depth there. These in just a tiny touch. Everything proceeds to immediately snap to everything else, if only. MX Ergo here. Oh yes, I love my MX Master, but unfortunately it is pretty much dead. Actually, let's go and... I don't know if you've seen my MX Master. I loved it. It was an awesome mouse. I've had it many years, using it day in, day out. Where are we? My MX Master, or what's left of it. The rubber on the side here is degraded so much I've had to kind of replace it with some silicone tape. The buttons sometimes work. All the plastic here has gone so shiny and it's starting to degrade. You can see where the buttons on the top have been clicked far too many times. But it's a gorgeous mouse. I love it. I desperately need to get a new one. But I mean, it's completely disintegrated at the side there. I've got Captain tape in there to protect the internals, and the button still works there. Not that I ever use it, but love it to bits. But I so need to replace it. I've had it years and I use it day in, day out. I do have some buttons somewhere to replace the internal buttons with there, but it's not worth it because it's just so disintegrated. But I say it's such a gorgeous mouse. I miss it. I really do miss it. One day I'll get a new one. Letter and rectangle you had before. Select both path, object to path, and select both path exclusion. Okay, so that and that. Oh, and let's there we go.
I do apologise, I'm an idiot.
Then it's object, path, object to path. Select both. Then path exclusion. Ah, hello. That's good to know. I shall just thicken that middle bit up just a touch. That is by far an easier way of doing it. I don't know which one looks better. They look pretty much identical. I'll get rid of my attempt. And we'll keep this one here, which is cleaner, definitely. Because you haven't got that little bit on the side there. File save as H into FontForge, new font, H, file, import, SVG, H. Don't know, don't know, don't know, don't know, don't know. Okay. Ah. It's there. That's scale. Oops, go away you. I want that one. So how do I move the whole thing? And what the hell is this program anyway? How do I move the whole lot? Scroll by hand. I don't want to scroll.
Adverts are now playing.
Flip, skew, rotate, scale. I just want to move the whole thing. If I grab a line, it just moves that line. I've got the whole thing selected. Oh, there we go. That's stupid. If you select the whole thing, you grab a line, it moves the line. You select the whole thing, grab a point, it moves the whole thing. You'd expect, surely, it would move the point. But no.
Thanks for enduring the tech news.
He's got it wrong. I have no idea. Non-integral coordinates. What? I have no idea what I'm doing here. Has anybody ever actually used FontForge? Just become an expert on it now. Please hold. SVG to TTF converter. Hey, G-Pen, welcome.
cheapened to 147.
Thank you for holding. Your call is very important to us.
Docker, oh god. That is not a suitable way to tell us how to run your program. Run this, and it installs a Docker. Oh, screw you. Python. File open font. So enter font forge. Let's close that down. So file open SVG. Aha, HSVG. H is not a known format or uses features that format FontForge does not support or is so badly corrupted as to be unreadable. File, save as H2, plain SVG, nope, doesn't like it. Syntax warning, invalid escape sequence. What? 232. Right. Save failed. Let's give it SVG instead. There we go. No, font generation failed. Doesn't tell you why, just that it failed. If you're hoping to tempt Benjamin, you may be onto a loser there. He's got family things going on. Family food things. Family food things trump a cookie any day. And he said to hold, so you went with a cookie. Fair enough. The selected point is not at integral coordinates. Fix. Next. I have no idea what it's telling me there.
Keeping 24/7 understood. I apologize for the repeated errors and inconvenience. I will await my final pay on August 29th.
Yeah, that's what I did before. But it's then complaining about integral coordinates and things. So I've actually managed to get it to generate something, but whether it'll work, I don't know. See what this does. It worked. We've got a H. We've actually got a little H there. Needs to be a completely different size, but it's actually there. Right, we can make our own fonts. That's good. So when it complains about the coordinates, I just say, shut up and make it. But where did AC and DC... Oh, I've not got those Liberation Sans bold I need. Right. So now we can get on and do the... We need to draw a diode now as well then. So the scale... $70. Oh, the license fee for the font. 2 subscribers get a discount. Oh, absolutely. That looks all right to me. Needs to go down just a tiny fraction. That's in 0.0001, although actually that's fine. Needs to go across though. Actually, I'm going to do something here. Hash define coord x comma y. X times width, comma, y times height. That's tidier. Perfect. Just where it should be. Although actually the whole thing is maybe slightly too short. $1,000 for the full version, yes. Free for the version missing all vowels. No, free for the version that is made up of only vowels.
Princess Fuzzy, but I'm a language muddle, so I don't have personal needs or spending habits. If I could spend it, I'd allocate it to improving my own programming.
Let's face it, it needs it. Right, back to Inkscape. Bot's enrolling in a self-help group. Okay, so you need a diode. A diode is that. Oops. That. One diode. Yay! It would indeed. Absolutely, it would spend its money on me. It's a well-trained bot. Beautiful! What I'm actually going to do is delete these points here and make half a diode. Quite a stubby diode, this symbol. Revision 2 of the letter H, yeah. Now, is there a mirror function? Doesn't look like there is. Path union, boom. I can then take out that point and that point.
Adverts are now playing.
Those points. Now we have a perfectly mirrored. Let's shrink it vertically a bit. That looks alright to me. What do you reckon? Do the job? I think it looks okay. You're a stubby diode. You're a stubby diode. And I want plain SVG. Go.
Thanks for enduring the ads, everyone.
So D shall be a diode. Import diode. Minuscule diode. Where's scale gone? There it is.
It seems like everyone's either solving font mysteries or dodging Chloe Raccoon's cookie raids. A truly productive Tuesday.
Give me the arrow when I click on the arrow, please. At least he knows it's a Tuesday. It is Tuesday, isn't it? All day, that's a shame. Okay, metrics, set width. Let's increase that to 900. There we go. Save, generate fonts. Where are we? Into the true type font, DMM, replace, generate. So now we put a D with a position of 0.5. Diode! Yay! Maybe a little big, actually, that.
Nice.
That's better. Right, next is the Wi-Fi. Sideways. And then we need a delta symbol. So this time we need a spot and another spot. Stick that onto there. Stick that onto there. Let's shrink that down a little. There should do. These are now all paths. Path exclusion. There we go. There's probably a better way of doing this, but this is the way that I'm doing it. This is now an object which we can shrink and grow as we see fit. Except that shrinks the whole thing, doesn't it? So maybe, actually, I don't want to do this. I want to... Let's go for fill and stroke. Turn off fill. Turn on stroke. Then we can take this and do that. Actually, it's quite a narrow one, isn't it? Now, can I turn off these bits of the arc? Not sure I can. I'll deal with those later. We'll have another one. That then scales the stroke. I don't want it to scale the stroke when I do that. That's silly. You can turn anyone off. Yeah, true. Maybe I'll just slap down another chunk like that. Right, so now if I go object, no, path, object to path, path, object to path, then I can delete that. Now I need to split. No, let's not delete that. Let's go there and there, and I want delete segment. That's it. Object to path. From there. No, there to there. Delete segment. There to there. Delete segment. Object to path. Come on. From there to there. Delete segment, delete. Let's go that one to there, delete segment. Oh, there's something else stuck in here. Go away, you. There we go. I've invented Wi-Fi. Sideways Wi-Fi. Not just any Wi-Fi, sideways Wi-Fi. I'll put that one in for C for continuity. Import. Actually, I can go in here and turn off scale to fit. And it's still just a small. Oof, what has it done? What has it done to that poor glyph? It's lost points. Oh, I know what it is. These are still lines, aren't they? They're lines with a thickness. They're not an actual path. Stroke to path. There we go. That's what we need. Stroke to path. I think that'll do. Let's save it and generate fonts. Where are we? OBS, fonts, DMM, replace, generate. Okay, next glyph then is a C, and we'll go at 0.6. Little small, not quite the right place. Close, very close. Cross a bit and slightly bigger. 65 and 58. Oh, look at that. Actually, the diode wants to be a little bit bigger. They both want to go across a bit. The diode needs to be touching the previous digit. Actually, that's... Oh, actually, the micro millivolts amps needs moving across as well. That's why it was feeling a bit cramped. I haven't got those in the right place, so this can actually go 50 and 58, was it? Could actually go across a bit further. That's close, yeah. These are rough fonts, I will improve the fonts. Once I can work out how the hell you actually use FontForge properly, I will work on how to get them the proper size and what all these lines and things around the place mean. I need to spend some time and read through some tutorials, definitely. Right, so this is Let's call this size here. Right. Let's get the whoa, font's the right size. No, that's not right. That's pretty good. Maybe a fraction smaller, actually. Let's try 12. Too small. Perfect. When I'm not collecting docs, I'm reading them. Yeah, true. Very true. Right, these all need to come up here. And turn into size 0.035. Let's see where that goes. Oh, that is spot on, exactly where it should be. Actually, I shall just duplicate these. So it's micro, milli, volts, amps. See how that spaces out. Bit close. Let's try 369. The V and the A need to put me across a little bit more. $7.90. Perfect. Now we have the negative sign. Actually, I've not set the position of these.
Adverts are now playing.
Bit low down. Bit high up. Needs to go left a little bit. Nippy walks. Ah. 0.08. Pretty good. That DCAC actually needs to go across slightly now.
Tech news.
If I set that at 8. Set that to 15. That should be it. Looking good. Waiting on the rice cooker to finish. What this rice will go with, you have a choice. Chicken is always good with rice. You do wonders with chicken. Right, so a filled rectangle, I'm going from 0.01, 0.30 to 0.07, 0.31. How does this look? Ooh, right position, just a little bit thin. So the Y, let's take that 29, the Y here 32. Oh yeah. Nice. Time for bed. I don't blame you. You can go and snuggle down. Catch the VOD, absolutely. Yeah. What time are we now? Oh, 20 to 9. We might get it finished tonight, but it's unlikely. We'll probably be carrying on tomorrow. Moving all these things around on the screen is taking a considerable amount of time. Right, we need a decent delta now, don't we? Which is just a simple triangle, really. But the one that I actually want this to be what I want is I want to join the node. I want to create a actually what I'll do is I'll go path stroke to path. There we go. Let's just thin this out a little bit. That looks good to me. I know this isn't lined up here. On the original, it's not lined up there either. Graphics always do take long. Yeah, yeah. Have a good sleep if you can. So save as Delta. Oh no, I want to have this on D, don't I? But I can't because I've got diode on D. So I'll put this on lowercase d, even though it's capital Delta. Import Delta. Do you mind? What are you doing, you stupid thing? God. This is a horrible program, it really is. Oi, stop that. Why on D? All Greek to me. Where have you gone? Come back. Oh, stuff it, that'll do. Save. Generate fonts. I wish it would remember where I last generated fonts. And what the file was that I saved it as. This program desperately needs to have the Tantacruel yeah, it needs Tantacruel to give it a good sorting out. Metrics. Set width. It's shot up to 6,000 for some reason. So just after the diode, after the continuity, we have the delta. And that's failed. It's just given me a triangle. Thanks. Thanks so much. Tactical chicken. That's like a load of cock, yeah? Okay, maybe we'll scrap the delta. And... oh, now this isn't going to work, is it, probably? We shall try. Probably won't like it though. No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Not Unicode aware, is it?
It seems Raccoon's Majinko bot is under tactical assault by Chloe Raccoon, but at least it's not as bad as having your croc checks exposed online.
Render an UTF-8 string. Ah, of course I need to make it a wide... Do I need to make it a wide string or not? No, it should just be... That should be fine. If it is a UTF-8 string. Yeah. I think the problem is C, isn't it? Can't remember how to do these things. Oh, go away, you stupid website. I'm not interested. How to use UTF-8 in C code. It should just work, because UTF-8 is just ASCII plus. No, WCHAR is a 16-bit UTF-16. It's a wide character. The whole point of UTF-8 is that it is just 8-bit characters. It's just more than one of them. See, that is the those 4 characters: F0, 9D, 9A, AB. So theoretically, I could go like that, and that should give me the UTF-8. But it does exactly the same, you see. So it's not interpreting the UTF properly, is it? Let's try that one instead. It's a simpler one. Made up of 2 bytes, is it? See, that one works. It's not the right one, but it works. That'll do for now, until we find something better. That'll do. That'll do for now. It's not quite right, but it'll do. Right, now we've got all the rubbish down the right-hand side, haven't we? Everything is all properly coordinated, isn't it, now, and sized? Yep. You really want to eat a beta pie, do you, Chloe? I'm not surprised. You always wanted to eat a beta pie. Rubbish down the right-hand side. Chat. Yeah, true. No, no, you're not the rubbish down the right-hand side. You're the rubbish in the top right corner. Right, so we've got the symbols along the top all there. So now it's GD image string TTF random numbers 0 point, let me see, we're about where the M is, aren't we? So 83.2 we'll try. And we need a degree symbol. Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. Could be a slightly larger degree symbol. Well, this is true, Chloe, yes. It's better than being the rubbish in the lower left. I don't mean the lower right. I'm in the lower right. The rubbish in the lower right is the worst of the rubbish. Agreed. A little further across, not much further across. Let's try 87. Possibly a bit too far, actually. We'll see once I've got the others in. That's pretty good. I might move that first degree across just a tiny fraction. I could do. This won't be the same scale though. That's left tiny, halfway between the two. 835. No, that was wrong. Oh, that was the wrong one I did, that's why. This one here is 835. There we go. That's about the same as it's using for that. Now we've got a %, which is in a completely different location.
Adverts are now playing.
And a completely different size. If we want it bigger. And it's not lined up with the C and the F. Let's go for 92. Now we need to push it up a bit. Just randomly. It's not really the right font, this, that I'm using. That % is far too squashed. But it'll do for the time being. Until I find a better font. And what I could do, actually, is import this image of the DMM itself into Inkscape and then draw precisely all the glyphs exactly as they are as SVGs and import them into my own font. Get it absolutely perfectly precise. But I'm not going to do that. It's a Dopaz. How you doing, Dopaz? Right, now I have a Mega.
The tech news. Welcome back.
And we've got a kilo. Let's see how that goes. Nope. Closer. That 90 is too high. 88. It would be proper micro detail then, yep. And then we have, next to that, we have an omega. So far so good. Next comes hertz. Which is around about, not there. You've got to hand it to me, haha. That's pretty good. Now I have month, as I call it. Which is in slightly from the C, so let's go 82. That's month. And we're approximately, goes 6, 92, 95. Random guesses. Completely wrong, yeah. You and your mini apple pies. You're worse than McDonald's for mini apple pies. I'm happy with the N and the F. The M and the U need to go across a little bit. Actually, no, the whole thing needs to come left fractionally. That's better. Right, we're not doing the min-max or the p-min and the p-max because they are non-existent in the data stream. So all that's left now is auto and manu. How does this go? Oh, a bit far down. Manuel, C. K. K. Not C. K. K. Manuel. Maybe just a little bit to the left. 25. No. 28. Must be just inside. Yeah, that's good.
Welcome back, PC Marcus.
Welcome back, PC. Try to emulate old device screens. Kind of, yes. Oh, it's not really old device, it's my DMM. 49, let's take that to 40. Nope, too far. 45. There we go. That's everything that I can actually emulate with this, available as a single image there now. Right, so now we need to duplicate this and have it do it selectively. This whole function needs to be duplicated. With a DMM structure and an offset. And that offset gets added to every coordinate. Actually, I've got a better idea. O-coord. And then down here, I just go colon percent s slash, no, colon s slash coord o coord. Boom. Okay, so now making decisions as to what actually gets put on here. Well, for a start, this is DMM text. So if... Oh, there's one thing I wanted to change, wasn't there? This enum here, I need to redo it. do it as a define instead of an enum. Which lets me more easily tell it what the different values are, so that I've got basically a flag here to say it's AC. Farads. No. Maybe I should actually encode things in here. So 1, 2, 1, 2. GD is a library for drawing, basically, for drawing shapes and text and stuff like that into an image, basically, and then you do what you want with the image. It's just an image in memory. You could then save that as a JPEG on disk. You could pass its data to something like SDL for displaying on the screen, or you can do what I'm doing here, which is pass its data to OBS for displaying within OBS. So it's a low-level graphics drawing library. I'm thinking actually I might have for this range thing, I might actually, instead of having just a value saying this is voltage, I might actually have instead just have a bit mask. That's a bit field value instead that says turn on the volts, turn on the micro, turn on the DC, turn on the auto. So each one of these bits on the display is a bit in this value. No, can't do that. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Because I'm using that value to determine if you've changed the dial on the front of the DMM. And that would change as the values range within its display range, whatever, changes, and that would mess up. So, no. But I could have something else for doing that. But in here, Let me just have a quick look on here. Does DC... DC is only there in the voltage and the current ranges, isn't it? So if DMM
I do apologise, I'm an idiot.
Where's my hand gone? There it is. And that equals volts. Actually, no, maybe I should have... No, I haven't done that yet, actually. I forgot all about it. I shall do this as a bitmap, though. So that's 4, 8... So I got 1, 2, 4, 8, 1, 2, 4, 8, 1, 2. So volts is just 1. Amps is 2. AC is that. DC is that. Okay. So now I can do magic like if the range and that mask equals volts or amps.
Advertisements are now playing.
If DMM current range and OXFOOO equals DC and AC. Let me just cut out these for the moment. So if DMM micro, if DMM milli,
Thanks for enduring the tech news.
if DMM current range and OXFFF equals equals volts, and current range FFF equals amps. Right, I shall cut these out for the moment until I get the back-end stuff that determines whether we're in these modes or not. I'll keep the auto on.
Seems like someone's been pondering apple pies and plotting to insert faces into OBS seems a truly Majenko-esque combination of deliciousness and chaos.
Call that main image. Right, now in the video thread here, let's take out all of this junk. We go main image, ghost image, main image. So main image, DMM 0.01 and DMM 0. See what that does. Probably won't compile. Nope, doesn't compile. Main image. And expected identifier before numeric constant in DMM.h. What have I done wrong here? In function data feed in, expected identifier, yes, I see. Yeah, this is these here. I don't need those anymore. Well, we have an auto and we have a minus. Let's get some data going in. Come on, give me data. Nope. Let's actually plug the DMM in, shall we? That's looking good to me. We'd have no DC and AC though, that's the problem. So we're setting the range to be either volts AC or volts DC, that's fine. I will accept law if there's no data available, yes. So why are we not getting DC or AC coming up there? If current range is either volts or amps, no, that's not going to work, is it? I'm being thick there, aren't I? That's all I need to do. Rainf. Oops, wrong file. DC. AC. DC. AC. DC. AC, DC. And our offset doesn't appear to be working right. On this at any rate. Working fine on these, but not so much on there. Why? Maybe I should just use global width instead of height. That's going to mess everything up. Yeah. But it does make it more sensible. So now I've got to reshape everything. So all of these I shall move up to 0.06. It's being affected by the aspect ratio of the display, which was not good. Right, those are in the right place. So I'm pretty much dividing everything by 2. So those degree symbols change to 0.1. (24) changes to 12 on the C and the F. Percentage changes to 11. (32) changes to 16. Hertz changes to 20. 24 for these. Okay. Let's go for 27. Oops. For these. This one here, right. Hey Ben! 14 and 16 for that.
Welcome back, Ben. Hope you're cooking something good tonight.
45, 22 and a half. Let's just go 22. Has that put it all in roughly the right places now? Yeah, kind of. Squashed up a bit. In fact, squashed up a lot. Right, so the y coordinate of this one, let's go for 25. You're actually going live, are you, Ben? Oh, excellent. Excellent. I shall raid you when you do. $25 is not enough. Let's try 28. That's better. Then the auto needs to go 30. Nope, need to go down a bit further. Perfect. Now, the ones on the right are a little bit crunched up still, as are the symbols in the top. But I'll deal with those later. Because it is now past, and it must be soon time for Ben then. Let's have a look. I need my keyboard in my main computer. Go on, Ben, go live. Press that go live button, Ben. Go on, press it, press it, press it. Helvetica Bowl, there's a disagreement in parts of... yeah, parts of Switzerland, absolutely it is. Right, well, thank you for joining me today. Let me go to that. Thank you for joining me this evening with this bit of coding. Press the button and loses 200 tabs, yep. We're going to go and raid Ben in just a moment, but thank you very much for joining me. I shall be back again tomorrow. I'll be starting choirs again soon, so I will be losing my Tuesday and Wednesday streaming ability in a week or so. So enjoy me while you can. But thank you very much for joining me. It's been fun. We've got a bit of progress. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 PM GMT. Has Ben started yet? No, he hasn't. Come on, Ben, what are you playing at? Pull your finger out and press that go live button. Prototyping a stream controller part 3. Is he doing? By the looks of things. So come on, Ben. Anyway, you'll find me on Discord, of course. You'll find me on the usual places, Blue Sky, etc. Although I never post anything on Blue Sky. Find me on Discord. That's the only place I'm really active. Yeah, but until tomorrow, have a good day, and we'll enjoy Ben when he finally presses that button. Come on, Ben, press the button. Press the button. Press the button. Is he never going to press a button? He must be having a tech tangent difficulty. Press the button. He's gone live, apparently. Though the player doesn't think so. Yep, he's live. Well, as live as Ben can be. Let's go and watch his spinning intro then. As we raid into Ben. See you tomorrow.